What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again, and a lot of ladies ask me how to get a guy to approach them. Some of you say that guys stare but never come up to you. Some of you say guys seem to ignore you altogether, and you're trying to figure out how to get guys to approach you in a public space so you don't have to always go home with no phone number, no email address, not even the Facebook, and just by your damn self. Well, I'm gonna give you 3 techniques that are gonna help you to get guys to approach you. Technique 1, look out. Look around the room, look around the space that you're in to see if there is somebody that you might be interested in. The reason that you want to do this is because a lot of times we walk around with our head down, or we're not paying attention. We're not looking to see if there's anyone there that we could potentially be interested in. Unfortunately, when you do that, it also controls how you feel internally, which controls how you seem to others externally. If you're walking around not feeling like there's anybody in the room that you could be attracted to, it kind of changes the way that you approach the room. It kind of changes the way you walk around in the room. But if you know that there's somebody in there that you might be interested in, now you can kind of be a little bit more alert. You could be a little bit more focused, and you can start thinking about the other techniques that I'm going to mention and how to use those. But if you don't see anybody that you're interested in, you don't really look around, you don't know that there's anybody in there that you'd be interested in, you're probably not going to even think about the next techniques, and you're probably not going to be focused on trying to find somebody or trying to get somebody to approach you. Number 2, separate. A lot of times you come in with your friends, and that's cool. A lot of times you come in with people that you like, people that acquaintances, a group, something like that, and that is cool, that's fine. But what you have to realize is when you're in a group of people, or when you're with a lot of your friends or something like that, it could be intimidating to the person that might come up to you. It could be confusing to them, but also you might be with some haters. You don't know that until the situation comes up. It may have come up many times and you still haven't seen it. You may not even know that they're just giving off an energy that makes normal people not want to come up to you. For instance, if your friend, say somebody is interested in you and you're with a group of your friends and one of them just has like a really stinky face on, like, I know he ain't about to come up here and talk to one of us. You might be perfectly happy, you might be smiling, you might be ready for this person to come up and approach you, but your friend is giving off a vibe that makes people not want to come into your space. Normal, healthy people don't want to come into negative spaces. So the only type of people you end up attracting are the type of people who like to be in negative spaces. Those are negative people. So you want to make sure that you separate yourself from the pack. Don't be around everybody too closely when you know that you want to talk to somebody. I'm not saying get away from all of your friends, but get away from the ones that you don't really know are super trustworthy and would be happy for you if somebody came up to you. Be around the ones that you know, like maybe get it down to 1 or 2 friends, or maybe one person that you know is super happy for you, that you know is going to be a good wing woman, that's not going to mess you up or in any way, shape, or form. That's who you want to be around. You got to separate yourself from everybody else. The 3rd technique, and this is really important, but it seems pretty simple. Close the distance. A lot of times you might be interested in somebody, they might be interested in you, they may want to approach you, but the distance between you is so far apart that it's very difficult for them to get to you. You might be in a crowded club or something like that where they got to weave through, what seems to be 1 million people, bodies just moving around from place to place, and it's very difficult for them to get to you. They may try a couple different times and you may not be able to meet up. So start closing the distance. When you find somebody that you're interested in, start making your way over there. If you got a couple friends, this is a good way to separate also. If you got that one friend or 1 or 2 friends that you want to go over there with, then it's easier for you to kind of to close the distance a little bit. I'm not saying you got to come all the way up to the person, but make it a little easier for them to get to you by closing that distance. That way it's not a long walk and all this kind of stuff. You don't got 1 million people in between you and them that can distract you or distract them. You don't got other people that get a chance to come up to you before they do. You know, you might be somewhere like in a club or a restaurant or something like that, and that person might be way across and want to talk to you, but there might be somebody else that's in between you and them, and they jump up in there and start trying to talk to you when you're not interested in that person at all. Because when you are interested in someone and you are seeing somebody that you want to talk to, you're going to start giving off a vibe that says, come here. Unfortunately, there's a very high likelihood that other people will start reading that vibe and think that it means that you want them to come. So when you give off that brightness and that smile and that happiness that comes with seeing someone you're interested in, you want to get in close proximity to that person so that they can see it and it comes their way, and that energy is kind of for them and not for these other people that you probably don't want to talk to. So close that distance and make it easier for that person to come up to you, and make it easier for you to also transmit what you want to transmit to that person so that they can come up to you and you guys can connect. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with making any effort whatsoever to attract the opposite sex, and that's unfortunate. But what you can do with these techniques that I've talked to you about is really just try them one at a time and then start getting better at them. You might first just go out and look to see somebody that you're interested in. Then you might want to start trying to separate from your friends, from your group a little bit. Then you might want to try to start closing the distance. You can do it in a step-by-step process. It don't have to be all overnight, like let me do everything in one day. Just do what you can do. Now, I know some people are going to just totally reject this and not want to do anything. Well, that's on you. But for people who want to get better, who want to improve and give themselves better chances, you could take baby steps and just work your way into it. And that works just as good. You know, do what you're comfortable with and just keep working your way up to just completing all of it in one night or one day. All right, hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you go to the askchazzellis.com to support the book and get an advance copy. Also, you can go to patreon.com and sign up there if you want to get an advance copy. It's your man, Chaz Ellis, once again. Oh yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.